Hey guys, so I'm like so jazzed. I totally have the This Just In candle collection. So if you don't know by now from all the buzz that's on social media, there's indeed a collection of new fragrances, finally like an actual hype buzz collection that seems like it has new exciting stuff in it. So it's a collection called This Just In, and it's either supposed to be a Black Friday collection or a Candle Day collection. We're not totally sure, but it like blew up on social media, and I woke up this morning and I was like, you know what? One way or another, I'm gonna manifest these darn candles into my life, and here we are. So yeah, thank you so much to the lovely ladies who made all of this happen. Thank you so much. You guys know who you are. So I have the entire collection except for Snowy Driftwood was the only one I couldn't locate. But I think that one might be like a cologne fragrance because usually like they have Ocean Driftwood, which is a mahogany teakwood repackage. I don't know, it could be good, but that is the one that I don't have. That one's in like a light blue wax. But I have everything else, and if there was one off of that collection that I, could live without, it would have been the Snowy Driftwood. So there's 8 total, and I have 7 of them. There's one that I bought 2 of, and then some other random knickknacks that I have that I'll tack on at the end. So let's get into it. And yeah, so firstly, so these collections right here, they are like a gold metallic wraparound with cutouts on them. So it is luminary style again. They have a brushed gold lid on it. And that's what that is. So the notes on this read: tart cranberries, brown sugar, chopped walnuts, flaky pie crust. This totally smells like blueberry pie. Like, I don't see how cranberry is the same as blueberry. It shouldn't be, but BBW. So we have the original blueberry pie and that iconic luminary one from that 4th of July collection. This is juicy blueberries, flaky crust, and sugar crystals. Yeah, it's not sweet. It's sweet cherry pie. Has a very distinctly strong black cherry merlot cough syrup cherry infused with that pie crust note. And it doesn't have as much brown sugar as blueberry pie has. Blueberry pie has heaps of brown sugar, but that's what gives it that sort of warm bakery component to it that I really enjoy. And this just totally smells like blueberry pie. Maybe once you go to light it, the berry will change ever so slightly. The color is like a maroon color right there, and it has the core wicks on it. This literally just smells like blueberry pie on cold to me. So yeah, it's not cranberry pumpkin. Sorry to break that, but it's not cranberry pumpkin. I have that in my collection. That's way more cranberry mixed with like a pumpkin pecan waffles base. This is that distinct brown sugar flaky pie crust with berry note. Blueberry pie is a good fragrance, but it's super deceptive to say it's sweet cranberry pie unless this changes once you're burning it. So that's out of the way. We have Mary Madeline or Madeline cookie. And a Madeline cookie is like a soft sponge cake, and it usually has like orange glaze on it. And so we have that. This is baked Madeline cookie, spiced almond, sweet orange, and toasted coconut. I was really excited for this one. The orange on this is very strong. It's not Mary Cookie, so let me put that out of the way, and I think it's actually new. It is a very orange-forward bakery fragrance, which I don't mind because that's sort of unique and different from the usual. The orange comes off like that. What is that? Oh God, let me go grab it. The orange note really reminds me of the Snowy Citrus Swirl Body Care. Was this from 2019? This is chilled tangerine with marshmallow and creamy tonka with fresh vanilla. I like this one. It was totally like seasonally inappropriate, but it was a super tangy, sweet, almost like an orange slice, like gummy chew type of tangy orange note. And that is the same similar orange I get in this. This one's a lot more bakery than Snowy Citrus Swirl is. You get more of those baking spices in there. There's a hint of coconut, but it's not overly strong or overly grody like their main coconut is. And there is a slightly cookie component to it. But the orange is very strong to me. It's like a very nutty orange fragrance. And the orange comes off quite candied and sharp and artificial, but not in a bad way. This one has potential to be good. If there was one that I would maybe buy another, like 2 of, it would have been the Mary Madeline cookie. But yeah, so there's that right there. I think this is new, heavy on the orange, lots of like nuttiness, and then like a bakery, buttery vanilla component mixed in with it. So this one actually does seem new, so there was that. We then have the white velvet coconut, and that's what that looks like right there. And that's what the wraparound looks like on that. This one says white velvet cake, coconut shavings, and white buttercream. And that is what the wax color looks like on that. I think this is that grody toasted coconut that came out when that cucumber melon surfaced in that like green jar, and there was toasted coconut that came with it, and then it got repackaged as toffee brittle in that super cute like sweater wraparound label. It's that grody toasted coconut fragrance is what you pretty much get from it. Yeah, I don't really get any velvet cake or buttercream. I just get that grody toasted coconut. So we'll have to see if this changes when it goes to burn, but yeah, if you like a really heavy coconut fragrance, I think they just shoved in the white velvet to make it seem winter appropriate, but otherwise it smells like the toasted coconut fragrance to me. So that was what white velvet coconut was. I'm hoping maybe a little bit more creaminess will come out when you go to burn it, but we will see. We then have cinnamon ginger snap right here. This one's like it's very similar to the sweet cranberry pie one in terms of the color, and that's what that looks like. This is gingerbread spice, homemade marshmallow, and vanilla bean, which sounds like it would be just gingerbread marshmallow that just came out this year, but it totally isn't. I was really hoping for cinnamon frosting, and cinnamon frosting came in a very similar colored wax as well, but it's not. Cinnamon frosting was this ooey gooey delicious like cinnamon frosting fragrance, and it was awesome. And it came out for a few years and then it just totally faded into oblivion. This is more of there's a red hot cinnamon in there with a little bit of creaminess is what I get from it. So cinnamon ginger snap does make sense. I feel like this is more cinnamon heavy than gingerbread marshmallow is, but let me go compare. So we have gingerbread marshmallow right here that just came out and is on shelves right now. Yeah, they're not the same. This is so much more heavy on the distinctly gingerbread note, very similar to that spiced gingerbread that they always release. It's distinctly that, whereas this is heavier on a red hot cinnamon fragrance mixed with a little bit of ginger, but it's not gingerbread in the way that spiced gingerbread and gingerbread marshmallow is. Yeah, it's decent. Nothing I would pick up more than one of, but if you like those type of cinnamon bakery fragrances, cinnamon frosting would have been so great, but we'll see how this pans out. So that's cinnamon ginger snap right there. We then have chocolate grams, and this one's white wax with a black accent, and that's what that looks like. And this is milk chocolate, graham cracker, caramel swirl, and vanilla extract. I think this is it. I was hoping this would be Italy. I'm so excited I can't even speak. Italy, cannoli, and chocolate, which was in that Destinations collection for that SAS one year, and that's what that was. Paris Cafe Bouquet was also in here, which was so good. Fresh made cannoli, dusting of sugar, and sweet milk chocolate. Yeah, they're like totally similar. This is like literally a s'mores fragrance. You get their graham cracker note in there. It smells a little stale, as often their graham cracker note does, but when you think about it, graham cracker does always have sort of crumbly staleness to it. Mixed with marshmallow and chocolate, and it was excellent. It was very reminiscent, even though I've never smelled it, but reports say it's very reminiscent to the original Slack & Co. s'mores, which, you know, this smells literally like s'mores, so I don't know why it was called cannoli and chocolate, but I mean, whatever. But then they have like bonfire s'mores and toasted s'mores, which doesn't at all smell like this. Those are different fragrances. That smells more like cinnamon pretzel twist with a twist, which cinnamon pretzel twist now also smells like Welcome Home that's out now. It's really confusing. They do this whole renaming stuff that only like hardcore like candle bloggers can keep up with, and yeah. But yeah, so it's not the toasted s'mores or bonfire s'mores. This is a different fragrance. It's similar to the s'mores from Slack & Co. era. And this is pretty much it. It's that same crumbly graham cracker note mixed with chocolate. I don't know if... I feel like the marshmallow is a little bit stronger in here, that vanilla cream or that cannoli filling, supposedly. Whereas this one's more just straightforward graham cracker and chocolate, but being super nitpicky, I would have to burn this and see how it does. But it really, as of now, it's like literally the next best thing to the Italy cannoli and chocolate. So I am excited about that. It's not like chocolate marshmallow clouds that had no graham cracker note in it. That was more just like a chocolate candy fragrance. And it's not hot cocoa and cream either, because that's a distinctly cocoa powder fragrance, like the Swiss Miss packets with like the, you know, fake chocolate smell and the marshmallows. I had to get to 8 to do the buy one, get one promotion. So I just scrambled and I was like, let me just get 2 chocolate grams. But I think this would still be my top pick for repurchase. Maybe Mary Madeline cookie. could have got 2 of those because it was actually new. But I enjoy Italy cannoli and chocolate, so if this is indeed the same thing and it's very similar on cold, then okay, I could have 2. Might exchange that one. I don't know. I'm just like really not in the buy more than one of any candle phase anymore, so yeah. We then have Alpine Skies right here. This is a very pretty green color, and that's what that looks like. And this one says grapefruit blossom, salted cedar, and sweet amber. So this was totally not what I was expecting. I was like, this is just gonna be some kind of like, you know, a forest air from that like hexagon collection from last year, just repackaged or something. Yeah, whoa. This is like totally not what you expect. It's weird. It sort of smells like mothballs. And it's more of like a cologne, fine fragrance. I really get like a heavy citrus, reminiscent of like how bergamot shows up in a cologne fragrance. And I guess that's what the grapefruit blossom is, mixed with a little bit of woodsiness, but the woodsiness smells like mothballs mixed with a bergamot cologne is what I get from it. It's weird. Not at all what I expected. It does seem to be a new fragrance. But it's not particularly pleasant. So yeah, I don't know. I might burn this one just for review purposes, but this isn't one I would personally recommend. But I guess they have to have like a conceptual cologne type fragrance in the collection, and I guess this is it. This could have been like Snow Day, Winter Mint and Spruce, like, you know, anything. But whatever, so Alpine Skies is right there. Not enthused about that one if you couldn't tell. Lastly, we have Under the Christmas Tree right here, which like how enticing is that name? And this one has a lighter sage green colored wax. And this one says fir balsam, juniper berries, vanilla eggnog, and sage leaves. And I was like, what is that gonna be? At first I thought it was vanilla balsam, but I don't think it is. There's a slight tweak to it that makes it less vanilla balsam and more of its own thing. And I have vanilla balsam unburned in this gorgeous matte colored jar right here. Yeah, no, this one, the vanilla is sweeter and stronger than it is in the Under the Christmas Tree. Very similar sibling fragrances. This is gorgeous though. Vanilla balsam is beautiful, oh my gosh. Yeah, no, the sage in here is so much stronger. And it comes off sort of like savory, like sage that you would have in like an Italian dish or something, mixed with fresh balsam, mixed with vanilla. But there's a savory component to it, but it's not bad. It's sort of like if they took maybe like vanilla sage and vanilla balsam and combined the two together and sort of like dialed down the vanilla action on it. The vanilla's still in there. It's very much sweetened, like fresh balsam, made a little less crisp with a little bit of a vanilla fragrance. It's a little bit more buttery. This is like a very cool vanilla that's similar to, I always reference this as like a fresh balsam ice cream, and that vanilla is delicious and gorgeous. Whereas this vanilla, I guess it's supposed to be eggnog, so it does come off a little bit more buttery and less cool and crisp as vanilla balsam does. But that sage in there is really like pronounced in the way that it has this sharp, savory, like cooking sage spice fragrance to it, kind of similar to vanilla sage. Yeah, I think this one's actually not vanilla balsam, even though they're deceptively close when you on first impression. So I'm actually kind of excited to see how this one turns out and see if it's like a nice, like, you know, sophisticated cousin to vanilla balsam, and we'll see how that one goes. And that is Under the Christmas Tree right here. And I believe that is the collection. Snowy Drift was the only one that I couldn't find, and it is what it is. So either Black Friday, which I'm hearing is a whole week, and they have different promotions. Usually Black Friday has a buy 3 get 3 promo, so that might be somewhere in the mix. And then of course Candle Day is the 4th, 5th, and the 6th. 1 day I think online and 3 days in store, but of course all that is tentative and subject to change. And yeah, I did indeed buy all these candles myself. This is not PR, and this is also not sponsored. So yeah. And so that was the This Just In collection. It's like the most anticipated one and the only new thing, so at least they're throwing us a bone in terms of something new for the holiday season. It was just very strange that there was nothing new coming down the pipeline when the next floor says the 22nd, and like, where the hell is Winter White Woods? Like, if I manifested these candles into existence this morning, can we please manifest Winter White Woods into existence? That was excellent. Like, yeah, why couldn't friggin' like nasty ass Alpine Skies be Winter White Woods? I don't know, but yeah. And then there was just a small haul with a 10 off 30. I wanted to get a gift for my mom, and this one is like pretty much like the best one out of all the new ones that are out right now, and this one's getting very low on stock, so I was like, let me get my mom a peppermint sugar cookie, so it is wrapped up. I've already talked about this and did a review on it. Mine is changing a little bit of colors, but it still smells great, so we'll see what happens there. And then this one's the one I've been looking for a while. People have been really recommending it. So I was like, okay, let me get it and snag it if I can find it. And that was Acorn Lane right here. And this one is Autumn Leaves, Warm Cinnamon, and Crisp Gala Apples. I'm failing to see how this is different from Chestnut and Clove. It was like, I had my mask on every time I'm in the store, so you can't really dissect it. This literally just smells like Chestnut and Clove, which I have right here, which was originally Winter Cabin, which then became White Bar number 3, Chestnut and Clove. Maybe this one's a little bit nuttier, and this one's a little bit more sharp. Okay, maybe there's a little bit of a cinnamon spice. It's a little bit sharper in this, whereas this one's a little bit heavier on a like chestnutty fragrance. But if you've burned Acorn Lane, like, is it actually different from Chestnut and Clove? Like, should I hang on to this, or should I just return it if I already have Chestnut and Clove and I didn't love this that much? I don't know. So that was Acorn Lane right there. A few pocket backs. Because it was the survey coupon action, and I got my mom a winter right here. I also got her a You're the One. This one's surprisingly nice in pocket back, I have to admit. And then we have Snowy Peachberry, and that one I got for myself. And that was that. And I think that is it. Oh, I don't have it here with me, but friggin', what is it? Rose Lavender and the Aromatherapy collection? Absolutely useless. Totally unscented. I used it in the shower twice. And all you get, like, at the beginning, you get, like, this really, like, strong, astringent lavender fragrance. And then it, like, fades away to absolutely nothing. Like, nothing really stays on your skin. You don't really get the beautiful, delicate rose petals in there at all. It's just, like, totally unscented, the shower gel. So I bought 2 of those. I exchanged mine for a Hot Spring Spa, which I use. It's decent. It's better than Rose Lavender, but it's not, oh my god, wow. And then for my mom, I switched it out for a Cedarwood Vanilla, which actually smelled quite nice on cold. And she likes those kind of like heavier vanilla mature fragrances. So I got that for her. And I think that is it. And whew, wow. Yeah, I'm like just totally jazzed that these actually came into existence today. I was just like, I'm gonna wake up and I'm determined to get these somehow. And it happened. So yeah, I'll try to do reviews on them, and we'll see how it goes. I'm really hoping there's another, like, winter collection that has, like, winter white woods and better stuff. Like, this collection's decent. There's a nice mix of new and requested fragrances, but it's just sort of like, where the hell's winter white woods at? So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below as to which one you're most excited for in the This Just In collection. It's sort of funny that they even name it that, because they know us, like, bloggers use the collection names, and it's very, like, you know, newsy This Just In. So it's sort of funny that they play that up, but it is what it is. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.